Hey everybody, it's the Kento Chef back after another month layoff. This time I'm making some homemade chicken noodle soup, which I will show you step by step. Right now I have a whole chicken that I've cut in half and I have in my Insta-pot, or as my Power Pressure Cooker XL, which is pretty much the same thing. And I covered it completely with water. And we're going to put the lid on and we're going to cook this bad boy on the highest setting for about an hour, and then we'll pull the chicken out and let it cool down a little, and we'll shred the meat off of it, and then I will show you all the nice little veggies that go into this wonderful soup that I make on very cold days. So when we come back, we'll put in the next ingredient. Also, if you want at this point, you can salt the water so that it seasons the chicken. I've already done so, add as much salt as you like, as little as you like, whatever your fancy is. Just do not test the water, which should be common sense, but you never know. So, like I said, when we come back, we'll add in the next ingredient. Alright, at this point, chicken's been cooking for an hour. Now releasing the pressure. Probably can't see it, but you can hear it. And while that was going, I got my mealtime, which is onions, diced celery, carrots, white potatoes, and my secret ingredient, canned tomatoes. Now I usually use diced tomatoes, but I currently don't have any, so I'm using stewed tomatoes instead. So as soon as this is done whistling at me, I will come back, take the chicken out, and we'll go on to the next step. Alright, now that the chicken has been successfully pulled from the Insta-pot, and we've transferred the bones into a strainer so that I could get all the yummy juices from the pan back into the pot without any bones, it's now time to add all our vegetables in. Look at all that nice stock that it made itself. So now what I'll do is I'll go onto my Insta-pot and I'll pick the soup stew, and then you don't probably need an hour, but it's good to pick it anyway. The more time the better. And then eventually that thing will heat up. And while we're waiting for it to heat up, it's time to start adding in the vegetables. Add them onions in. The celery. Potatoes. Your carrots. I like a lot of vegetables in my soup. And now we'll take the tomatoes, juice and all, add them right in as well. Like I said, I usually use diced tomatoes, but didn't have any. So I'll use stewed tomatoes just for that little extra flavor. So give that a stir. And this thing will continue to cook while I wait for the chicken to cool down. So chicken cools down, we'll come back, I'll pick it, and we'll toss it in the soup, and we'll go on to the next step. Alright, once your chicken's cooled down, this is what you should be left with. I took my very sharp knife and chopped it up into chunks, and now I'm going to add it to the boiling soup. don't worry if you still have large chunks in your chicken as it's cooking. Get a little steamy there. As it's cooking and you stir it, those chunks will break up. As it stops boiling, that's okay. Sorry for the shaky hands, folks. Got all the meat in there now. Take our spoon, stir it all up. At this point, you're going to want to season up your soup. So, grab my seasonings and I'll be right back. Okay, I've grabbed my seasonings. I start by adding a couple bay leaves in there. A little salt. More now means less later. A little black pepper. Some parsley. You can use fresh if you have it. Italian seasoning. Give that a stir. When the soup's done and you put it in a bowl, you can taste it for flavor then. If you want more salt or pepper, or you can add it in then, but this should be good for now. Now, we'll go back to this and we'll stop it. And we'll grab our lid. The lid's secure. We'll go back to soup stew. Hit that button. Switch it to 30 minutes. Make sure our vent is closed, and we'll leave it go. And when that's done in about 30 minutes, that should be nice, cooked all the way through. Veggies nice, cooked all the way through. So while that's going, I'll make up a pot of pasta to add to the soup, and we'll go from there. Alright, the soup's done. After about 30 minutes, I've let the pressure out. So that's good to go. I've stirred it. While that was going, I cooked up a box of rotini pasta, which I've boiled, rinsed, cooled, kept in cold water so that it stops the cooking. That's time to plate up the soup. You want to scoop all the way down at the bottom. Make sure you get all that yummy goodness. Plenty of vegetables, plenty of meat. Be careful, folks, there might still be bones left. Some of that broth. This should feed probably a family of 12. There's so much of it. At this point, you'd want to taste for flavor. I've already done so. I added a little bit more salt to it. So, be careful, we'll be scalding hot. perfect. Some meat, some vegetables, some noodles. Just like Grandma used to make. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like, share, everything you can do. Get this video out there, make it viral. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to my page. Click the little bell notification icon so you know when I make new videos. I plan on making more and more often, so stay tuned. This has been another episode of the Kenzo Chef. I'm Bob, and we'll see you in the next video.